Hi, my name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be Proverbs chapter 30, verses 24 and 25. Four things are small on the earth, but they are exceedingly wise. The ants are not a strong people, but they prepare their food in the summer. I'm sure you've heard the term small but mighty. It could refer to a mosquito. They're small, but they can certainly ruin a picnic. They're pesky and they're annoying, drive you crazy at times. But the verse here it points to four things, one of which we want to look at is called the ant. Four things are very small on the earth but are wise. The first one is the ant. We've seen this guy before in chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, O sluggard, observe her ways and be wise. And there we're told that the lazy person can learn a great deal just from listening to a motivational speaker. But just look down at your feet and consider the ant. Watch that little guy. They know they only have so much time to prepare for winter, to gather food before the rains come. Ants aren't known for their swimming abilities, so if they wait or procrastinate and wake up when it's winter or rains have started, the snow has set in, they're going to starve to death. Ants understand opportunities need to be acted upon. Laziness can come back and bite you in a hurry. Work while you can work. Gather while you can gather. The lazy person would be wise to consider the ant. But in our verse today, the focus is on their industry, how much these little things can accomplish when they all work together. Have you ever looked at an ant hill? You've seen one excavated. It's an amazing sight. Now, obviously, ants aren't known for their strength, at least compared to everything else in the animal community. Ants are not a strong people, as the verse says, but it's a statement of comparison. An ant would not fare well in a fight with a lion. But an ant considered by itself is an amazing creature. Small but mighty is certainly true of an ant. Listen to these numbers. It is well known that ants are exceptionally strong and fast. Although estimates vary, the average ant can carry between 10 and 50 times his own body weight and run at approximately 300 meters an hour, a rate of nearly 800 times his body length in a minute. This is equivalent to the average Western man carrying between 850 and 4,500 kilograms over his head and running at a speed of 83 kilometers an hour. So what does all that mean? It means something to us because we're impressed by numbers. We're impressed by comparisons. What do they mean to the ant? Nothing. Ants don't lament their smallness or comparative lack of strength. They don't sit around lamenting how hard their lives are. People love to compare themselves with others, how they dress, what they drive, the home they live in, the abilities and talents they have, how much money they have in the bank. We are all bombarded with these stats all the time, and we're discouraged by them many times. We've all heard of the small man syndrome, complaining about how short they are or how little they might be. We look at our lives and how it stacks up to others. We start feeling sorry for ourselves. We don't want to get out of bed in the morning. Woe is me. We get further and further behind and our job suffers. Maybe loved ones are affected. But then you consider the ant. Small, but they get her done. They work hard. They work steady. They work together. They do what they can do. They don't lament that they're not as fast as the cheetah or as strong as the lion. They do what they need to do. They do what they were created to do. The tragedy today in our culture is that so many people spend way too much time on social media. All that happens is on there for the most part is comparing, seeing how good or how easy other people's lives seem to be, lamenting our own state of affairs. But consider the ant. Get out of bed, get out of your chair, get to work. Do the things that need to be done. Stop procrastinating. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else. The comparison trap is a hard climb to get out of. And for some reason, we seem to always find someone better off than we are to compare ourselves to. But for a change, look at the people who have less than you do. Read biographies of people who came from poverty to flourish in their lives because they had a mind to work. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop worrying about your life, lamenting your lot in life. Consider the ant. Work while you're able to work. Do what needs to be done every day. Make the bed, go to work, mow the lawn. This is a mark of inner strength. It's the mark of wisdom. It is the evidence of faith to walk worthy of the vocation to which you've been called. Tall, short, rich, poor, male, female, your looks, your personality, where you were born, who your parents are. You decided none of that. God did. So glorify God by being who God created you to be. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else. If you want to look at something, Proverbs says, consider the ants. They aren't strong, but they were exceedingly wise. It's amazing what you can accomplish by wisdom. And may that be true of each one of us. So may this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live our lives for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.